So, good afternoon, everyone. The theme of today is making the digital economy personal. A recent study shows that only 17% of organizations is journey-focused, meaning that the other 83% of customers of organizations is not journey-focused. So there's a large opportunity to realize personalization at scale while getting to become journey-focused. The idea is that we will create a demonstration for you, leveraging a consumer goods brand, in this case Frescopa. And Frescopa is a coffee brand. Frescopa sells coffee, brews, accessories to not only individuals, but also to businesses. And the idea is that they're in the middle of an evolving business model where they also want to go direct to consumer. So the organization has set some goals. So increase product revenue, as you can see, grow customer base, improve customer satisfaction, reduce costs. Nothing new there. And the marketing team has created some initiatives. So increase coffee subscriptions, you can see, because Frescopa has introduced a coffee subscription model called My Barista. Second initiative is that they want to introduce a new product, a new roast called Morning News. And the third is that the implementation team wants to create highly personalized marketing campaigns. So let's have a look at the business-to-consumer use case in this case. And before Paul goes into detail, let me explain to you the screen you're looking at. So at the left, you see the customer touch points, so the actual journey pillar. In the center, you'll see the data, the content pillar with the customer interaction. That's what the consumer sees. In this case, in this example, it's Lizzie. And on the right, you see the customer profile, the data pillar, where we are showing you how the data is getting stitched and connected to the customer profile in real time. Paul, she's all yours.
Thanks. Before I start, I hope the screen is big enough, so I won't interfere with your left. So Lizzie Torres is a consumer who just bought an automatic espresso machine. And as part of the onboarding process, she downloads an app, she makes an account, she logs in, and she connects her app to the machine. And on the right side, that's why I'm standing here, on the right side of the screen, you can see instantly that the profile of Lizzie is being enriched. You can see she is falling into a segment for people who bought an automated espresso machine, but did not subscribe to the My Barista segment or audience. Second to that, you see a number of identifiers like the ECID, the Enterprise or the Experience Cloud ID that we use, but also the Frescopa ID and the CRM ID, instantly connected to her profile. You can see her purchases and some of more profile-related information that was part of her onboarding process. So this is all real-time ingested into the platform, set against the common model to make it sure that in real time we can act on that data with actions, but also get insights from it. After her login, she connects and she gets Take My Coffee quiz, and this is basically a way of her getting more information into the platform about her specific coffee preferences. However, she has to go to work. At work, she goes to Facebook, and with the real-time CDP, or real-time customer data platform, we shared the segment you saw before with, for example, social channels like Facebook, but we can share with email or other touchpoints in a unified way. In this case, she gets an example from Facebook, and then she decides to take the quiz. But when you look at the top right, you can see her profile is blurred. We don't know it's her, just that she's falling into a specific segment. Now she decides to take the quiz. And while taking the quiz, she's still anonymous because she enters the Frescopa website. You can see her profile being anonymous. However, all the interaction data that you see is real-time. All her questions and answers are fed real-time into the platform. And that's how we can make a profile on an anonymous user, but change the content based on that profile, because if she is a dark roast lover, or a medium roast, or an espresso lover, we can change marketing outings based on that preference to get her into the My Barista subscription program, as you can see here. Now she has answered all the questions and she wants the results, which means, hey, if you want the results, you have to log in. So she does. And instantly on the right side, you see that anonymous behavior of the previous test is connected to her previous registration on the app. You see 2 ECIDs, one of her app, one of the website, connected her known profile with her anonymous profile on an instant basis. With this data you can use, but as mentioned before us by the keynote, there's a point to be made here. It's all privacy driven. So in the platform where this data is stored, everything is governed, privacy driven, all from the platform, all to be governed. And all the data that you can see here can also be analyzed on the journey basis across touchpoints with customer journey analytics.
So, she's a satisfied customer of the smart coffee machine she bought, but she isn't a subscriber to the coffee subscription service yet. She also isn't a user of the new coffee roast, the Morning Muse. So Frescopa decides to create or to re-engage and to retarget Lizzie by leveraging in this case an in-app push message. And the in-app push message gets activated when she walks by a Frescopa boutique. When she is shopping in the city center, for example. She passes by the boutique, she passes by a beacon, and instantly the system sees that Lizzie is walking by the Frescopa shop, and in real time they're retargeting Lizzie with, in this case, an offer she can't refuse, because it's an offer for free coffee. So as you can see, based on the preferences, we've used an asset on this specific offer. The image is based on her preferences she put in earlier. She loves the beach, for example, making use, by the way, of Adobe Experience Manager assets. And the coupon contains a barcode. So with this barcode, she can enter the boutique, and of course she does, and she meets the barista. And while she meets the barista, she also sees a real-time activation offer with the digital signage display. In this case, sign up for my barista. Also made possible by Adobe Experience Manager screens, unified and fragmented screens we can push across touchpoints. So she scans her barcode with the barista, and the barista immediately sees on his point-of-sale system that Lizzie isn't subscribed to the My Barista coffee service yet. So she engages with Lizzie, she talks with her, he does a sales conversation. She is excited and decides to subscribe for the My Barista subscription service. Made possible by Adobe Commerce, previously known as Magento, the barista is able, on the point-of-sale system, to do the transaction not only for the free coffee, but also for the subscription service. And the cool thing is that when the transaction is done, everything is real-time stitched to the customer profile, as you can see. So, Lizzie leaves the boutique, the shop, with her free coffee, and she gets a push message via email, personalized again. Thank you, Lizzie. Thanks for joining My Barista. Your first delivery is on its way. So in this case, you see an example where Lizzie was a passive consumer when she bought the smart coffee machine, and now she became a passionate brand advocate for the Frescopa brand. Looking at the B2B example, the approach is basically the same. Making use of customer journeys, we are able to personalize the experience for, in this case, businesses. Leveraging Marketo Engage as tool from Adobe, Frescopa is able to, in this case, send a personalized LinkedIn ad to Elizabeth, as she is now called, because she is a manager within a specific segment that is targeted by Frescopa. So, Elizabeth clicks the LinkedIn ad, she comes on the Frescopa Enterprise website, and as you can see to the right, her profile is still, well, very basic. But all the while she is on the website, we start building her customer profile in the CDP. She already has a lead score, and she's already part of an organizational account score, in this case 51. She takes the quiz. She takes the quiz just like she did in the business-to-consumer way. She downloads the results, and in order to do so, she needs to register or log in. And when she does, we immediately recognize that Elizabeth is exactly the same person as Lizzie was, and we were able to stitch both profiles together. Lead score goes up, part of the email nurturing campaign. As you can see, we're also targeting influencers like Jeremy and Jackie, and we go with the email nurturing campaign up until the score is high enough. In this case, the account score is 87, and we can leave sales up to it. It's a marketing qualified lead, and we can leave sales to close the actual deal in this case. Yeah. So, very briefly, what have we seen? We have seen that from a Frescopa point of view, we were able to combine both online as offline seamless journeys into one. We were able to combine profile data with behavioral data across touchpoints. We were able to real-time activate upon it, and leveraging customer journeys, Frescopa was able to orchestrate and create seamless, personalized experiences at scale. So let's now have a look how the ultimate experience maker, Nike, is putting its customers in the center. Thank you very much.